morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Tuesday. Oh, maybe I should read that. Here we go. Happy Tuesday. Hope everyone had a great weekend. Let's see who's here. Stacy, good morning. Thanks for coming in. Darlene, good to see you. Thanks for coming in. Let's see. Bonnie, thanks for coming in. And I'm going to stop there at Bonnie for just a second. But if anybody wants to join in, the link is at the top, as always, for these shows. Stacy, Bonnie, Anthony, thanks for coming in. Appreciate it. Let's see. Darlene, Anthony. Awesome. Hope everyone's having a great day. It's supposed to be 90 degrees here today, hot and humid, which is not something we're used to. Just got a text from my wife. We're trying to get our son goes to middle school next year, and he's special needs, and so we're trying to get him to visit the school beforehand, and everything with him is routine. So trying to get him to visit the school ahead of time so he's not surprised come late next year. And my wife had been emailing back and forth with the principal, and she said we can do any day except tomorrow or Wednesdays. Wednesdays are bad for us. And they came back with, how about tomorrow, Wednesday? So that's where we're at with that's the text that just came in. I appreciate that, Darlene. Thank you. And Bonnie's here. Thank you. Good morning, Bonnie.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
All right. Darlene says, out of the blue, we had strong winds and hazy. You could see. It says 100 in the sun, but 80 in shade. Strange.
Oh, wow.
That's too hot for me.
Yeah.
That's too hot for me.
I think it's only supposed to get up to 90 something today. I'm not exactly sure. I hadn't checked.
I don't do well in the humidity. I don't know how you do it down there in Miami, Anthony. I don't know how you do that.
We had a beautiful weekend. The weather was perfect.
Yes. Yep.
Nice little breeze. It was great.
I'd been working the last 3 days or 3 or 4 days to get the cover off the pool and the chemicals in the pool and get it all ready. And the kids went in it for the first time yesterday, which is, I know to some it sounds odd, but up here to open the pool Memorial Day weekend is like a treat that it's not too cold. So
right.
But it's only 83. Oh.
Well, the lakes around here were full of people.
Were they?
I wasn't one of them, but they were full.
No, we didn't venture out too much this weekend. Nice, relaxing weekend. We take those and we all relax. That's what we need to do, because if we went crazy this weekend, we would be so tired today.
Well, my friend from Texas came in Friday, and then Saturday we went to Murfreesboro, which is just a little town next to us, like 15 miles away, to it's kind of got a bunch of like little reseller booths. It was called Underground Gypsy.
Oh,
so
cool.
we went through that thing. Then we had our cookout Saturday. And then Sunday, she went fishing with my kids. And I kind of relaxed.
Yeah.
Because late nights, early mornings get to me.
I've been burning the candle at both ends, too, with watching some of the late night auctions. And then I get up early anyway, but like really early. And it's been tough.
Yeah. Well, normally I'm up about 6:30. But this morning I got up before 4 to make sure Zach was ready to ride in with Danielle to work, because it's his first day to work. Make sure he had all he was supposed to take.
That's right.
All that fun stuff.
This is his first day?
Yeah, his first day.
Was he excited?
He didn't he doesn't show emotion like most do, because he's like, all he could really say is he didn't like his boots. He had to get some steel-toed boots because he didn't like the way they looked with his outfit, his jeans and shirt. I said they're not for looks; they're for you
they're
got to
for
have them.
right. Good morning, Storage Bandits. Thanks for coming in.
Good morning, Storage Bandit.
Thanks for coming in. Do appreciate that. I'm going to share out here quick to the one group. And
how did your Snoopy
auction
go?
I will tell you in just a second. It went really well.
Good.
Really, really well. And it, to my surprise, it didn't last as long as I thought it would, but that's okay because the stuff sold. And if it sells quicker, that's even better. It doesn't have to. So anybody that was there, I do appreciate you coming in, and I will. I'll talk about that here in a second. Like I said, I'm just sharing this out to one of the groups so that maybe we'll get a couple more in, maybe not, and that's okay. Maybe not. Wow.
Good morning, beautiful Susanna.
Hi, Susanna. Good morning. Thanks for coming in. Good to see you. Hope you had a great weekend. Susanna did not reply to my texts this weekend, so I was hoping everything was okay. You're welcome to come on with us, Susanna, if you want. Links at the top. So the Snoopy auction, it went really well. I sold 84% of the stuff that I listed.
That's good.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with that. And I did well in terms of the money side of it was well. The downside, I wish I could show everybody the picture. I can. Just do it on my phone here, but it is the packing and the shipping that it took, the amount of time. So it's gonna be hard to see, but this are the packages that I have to take to the post office after the show. That's
wow.
Snoopy auction. And some of those boxes, like that brown box on the floor, is that's an 18 by 18 by 18, and I don't even remember what it weighs, but it's ridiculous. But it's good. It just took and here's something that, so anybody that's reselling and rewatching this later or whatever, or Anthony Bandits, Susanna, anybody that does sell, you have to take into account your shipping costs. I would say 90% of my boxes were free from the post office that I use, the priority boxes. But I buy bubble wrap 4 rolls at a time. I buy 4 big rolls at a time, and it just went up to $10 for those 4 rolls, which everything's going up. But I figured it out. I have about $50 to $60 in bubble wrap in those boxes.
Oh, dang.
Yeah. So thank you, Darlene. Do appreciate that. It's so you got to factor all that in, and I think that's one thing that resellers run into is okay, you thrift something, you find something to resell, you sell, and you list it, and even if if you sell it for $50, buy it for $1 and sell it for $50, right? And $40 with free shipping, that's awesome. Well, if you sell something, right, but if it's a t-shirt, it's the packing for a t-shirt is pretty easy, right? But if it's a Murano glass vase thing that you don't even want to touch if it's in the store because it might break, and you're trying to ship that across the country, you're going to put a hefty amount of bubble wrap or peanuts or paper or whatever you use to to keep that stuff safe. And yes, some people get that for free. I don't. Anthony, yes, please send me that name if you would. I don't get it for free. I know some people get them from work and from dumpsters and from friends and stuff. I've always said I don't reuse boxes unless I absolutely have to. I just like that clean look, that when I ship something, it's clean. And that's just my prerogative. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with, people that get their bubble wrap, but I don't want, especially stuff that could be dirty or have bugs in it or wet. I don't want that
Right.
in the house. So, that's just something that I've taken on.
Well, that is stuff you got to take in consideration because, last week I started doing eBay, and Haley and I got like 107 listings done last week.
Awesome.
And we've sold 7 so far. Well, I couldn't find the poly mailers that I had or the bubble mailers I had. So I had a lot of extra cardstock, and I made envelopes and sent them out that way.
Right. Yeah.
It worked.
So I'm going to have to check that out. I'm going there now. Oops. Check that out, Anthony, because I paid double that.
Yeah, if you can get it for that cheap, that's good.
That is so 3/16 by 12 small bubble. Yeah, that's
oh, there you go,
really
Darlene.
That is a really good price. I'm going to go in there and save that seller. Let's see. How do I forgot how to. There we go. Thank you, Anthony. That's awesome. Because, yeah, I use the small bubble wrap for just about everything. I don't either, Anthony. But maybe, you know what? The way he's making money is probably because his cost is so low. So he must have some source where he can get it like that.
Mm-hmm. And he's got a lot of people buying it from him.
Right. And so he sends out 2 large 350-foot rolls. The way I get it now is 475-foot rolls, but I would take it either way for that price because, but I don't know. But that's the Snoopy show, and so the Snoopy show went really well. And again, it's just people got to take into account and not only the supplies but their time, right? I mean, it took me a couple hours to prepare. It took me 2.5 to show, and then it took me about 6 to package everything up.
I was going to say the packaging took the most.
Yeah, I mean it did because you got to, you got to make sure you have the right items in the box, and then you have to wrap them appropriately, and then you have to pack them or pack as you're going, and it's and then make sure you fill all the void and everything else. It's and then print the label, all that other good stuff. It took about 6 hours to pack up after the show, which I can't complain. I really can't complain because if you start, again, I run numbers on everything, and when you're talking all that time, my hourly rate is still for that show was still well worth it.
Well, I'm glad it went well.
It did, yeah. Also, it's the end of the month, so today, after I go to the post office, I figured out that it's going to take me. I have a wagon. My wife got me a collapsible wagon. And it's going to take me 4 trips in that. Once I get everything will fit in the car, in the van, but when I get to the post office, it's going to take me 4 trips in that wagon from my car to the counter to get everything inside. And then I have 3 to drop off at UPS for something else. But then when I get back, it's the end of the month, the last day of the month. So I always do. I do my summer. I keep everything in Excel, and then I do monthly summaries into QuickBooks, and
Hmm.
it takes me about 45 minutes to do that every month. But come tax time, I press 3 buttons. It's 3 clicks and Quickens, and I have my reports for tax time right there.
Oh, well, you can't beat that.
I have to go to UPS anyway, Anthony, which is right across the street from the post office. So I just take them there, and it's on my way to kids' school. So um, when I have that many, I don't. My mailman flipped out one time when I had that many because he didn't real even though he didn't realize that I was going to fill his truck. Um, so I take them in. Uh, the women at the counter there where I go. So I go. I also go. It's the retail store. I drop them off at the retail store, which is connected to the regional distribution center for post office. So they're um, it actually saves a day in shipping because they just go down the hall, right? The packages go down the hall, and they're then at the regional hub. So if I take them to the local post office, which is same distance but in the other direction, um, then it has to filter. It has to sit there, and then it goes sent to the regional hub, and it just takes another day for it to circulate to get out to the on the plane or wherever, however it's going. But yeah, well, and I think Anthony says my mailman tries to avoid me every day. I think today post office around the country are gonna, on these 4-day weekend or 3-day weekends, the day after, they're hating us resellers because we can't go in.
Because you have even more stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
We have Jabberty coming up.
Yep. And if
On
you guys want to
Sunday.
be a contestant, email them jabby'streasures@gmail.com.
That is correct.
I got to start getting that out there again this week.
Yeah, so I have the contestants set. Well, I shouldn't say that. I have, we're all set for June coming up.
Uh-huh.
July is there will be a winner, of course, in June that they'll be asked to come back, and then I'll do the giveaway for the spot for July on Sunday. So that person will be determined the night of the show, and then the third person has agreed to come on for July. So we've got that taken care of. But I don't. Beyond that, I don't have. No one has emailed me. There have been 2 people that have emailed me. Larry, who is going to be on Sunday's show, and then the person that will be on July. They're the only 2 people to email me after, even though all the people that we've reached out to and said that. But if anybody wants to be on a future show, let me know, because I want to keep growing it. And as Susanna says, if she's still here, she wants to see it more often, which is great. I would do it more often, but we got to have the interest in the.
Got to have the contestants.
Yeah, and I can't. It does take quite a bit of time to put those boards together and those questions. So, I will gladly put in that time if there's a lot more interest in it. I can't put them together, and I can't do every week or every 2 weeks if I'm struggling to get people to come on. So.
Yeah, I wonder if Larry and Mr. Piggy have been checking for the jabby clues.
You know what? Probably not. I'm going to give all 3 of the guys this Sunday a hard time if they struggle with those 3, because
right,
those are the easy ones. They're out there. They're free. But because last time I do think that if any one person had watched or had known all of those clues, it could have changed the outcome of last month's Jabberty.
Uh-huh.
I don't know.
Yep.
I can give them to it for free, but I can't make them take it, right?
Right.
Did that one site I gave you help at all? Stacey, I checked it out. It did. There are some things on there that I'm going to use, and but can you send it against it? Because I checked it out as soon as while we were live and you sent it. Put it in there again. I'm struggling. So where I struggle with these questions, right, is
Uh-huh.
I don't want to make them as hard as what is on Jeopardy. That's
Right.
just some of those are ridiculous, and I also want to try to make them fun. So categories that maybe we can get some laughs out of without, hurting anybody, and that's clearly not the intention. But
Right.
I don't know. I struggle with those to keep them relevant, I guess, and but it's a lot of fun putting them together. It really is a lot of fun putting them together. And sometimes I think of things that I'll say during those questions, and I think it'll be funny or relevant and whatever. And sometimes it is. Sometimes it just kind of goes over in everyone's head, but that's okay.
Oh, you could have a category of mispronounced words of people.
No. It's a family show, remember?
Oh, that's right. Well, forget that one. But that would be so good. Yeah, we watch Jeopardy every day here. Zach
Yeah.
loves that show.
Yeah, I like it, and boy, it's just so much fun. I'm also so our giveaways this time are going to be a little bit different.
Hmm.
I'm not doing the. I don't think I'll be doing the sports cards again like that, but I don't know. I I really enjoy it. That is like my favorite thing that I do here on YouTube, and I just need to. Um, how do I don't know. I'm not going. I can't, and it wouldn't make sense to. It wouldn't make sense. Thank you, Stacy. It wouldn't make sense to invest huge amounts of money into that
Right.
until it grow. You know what I mean?
Right.
Until it grows and grows. So, um, and I don't want it to be. I don't want it to feel like it's a burden. I want to feel like it's. I want to keep it fun and be
Fun.
my favorite thing that I do on YouTube. So
It is. How's the Treasures to Die For doing?
really well, really
That
well. I think people are catching on to that, and some of those I have three. So if anybody has gotten to $30 and uh, has paid, it is your stuff is out the door. I want
cool.
to ship it quick as soon as you reach 30 and pay. I like to get it out. I don't want anyone to wait. That's part of the attraction to it. I think is that um, people shouldn't have to wait too long to have things shipped once they reach the $30.
Right.
I think it has gone really well. We're
You get some good deals on that. Just rolling the dice.
Yep. I mean, there's some stuff that and that's great. And I'm not complaining about prices at all, but I'll tell you if you're looking for inventory or collectibles or stuff, you should check it out.
Hmm.
Wednesday at 7 and then Friday at noon. 7 p.m. and Friday at noon. Right now, we're going to add a third show probably next week. Trying to figure out when, but if you can't find that stuff, and some stuff you can't even find at a yard sale for that price. You
Right.
definitely can't get it on eBay for that price. Um, so, and it's helping everybody. It's helping people that are buying. We're having some fun, and I'm clearing out some inventory. So, um,
So
I
you can't
really
go wrong there at all.
you can't. I mean, and it's quick. And that's the other thing that I try to keep it quick so that um, we anybody that's in the chat here is or watching this is probably used to YouTube auctions and in and out of the different chats, and we all do it, and we're all there. We're all talking to everybody, but sometimes that's time consuming,
Hmm.
and so the goal here is to um, real quick and people can move on and go on with their other choices and other responsibilities But I'm enjoying that too. I have I'm reorganizing some shelves so that I can hold on to that stuff as people buy until they get to the $30. But
Mm-hmm.
it's been a lot of fun. So
And I see you still have all those tubs behind you. Sweatshirts, right?
sweatshirts, yeah. This is only a third of them. They go
Oh,
from this side. They go from this, and they're all the way over here. And there's 20 behind me, and 54 total.
uh,
Just about a third. But yeah, darling, I can. Give me just a second. I do put it in the invoices as well. I put where you're at, but let me check. I don't know off the top of my head, so I'm looking, darling, darling. I guess I should probably write these down so I can. I don't have to try to add them. I was going to click on them and then go. Let's see. So, Darlene, I show you have. What do you have? The Tinkerbell mug here, and 5 pins, and the glass candlesticks.
oh, those were pretty.
And let's see, was that it?
She says when she gets more money, she will be buying some more sweatshirts.
If you want more sweatshirts, let me know.
Will you put some deep blue on my shoulder, please?
So
Thank you.
I show, Darlene, you have 3 things, and you're at 712 is what I show.
Are your kids out of school yet, or are they still going, Jabby?
Oh God, no. We go. We were just talking about that with the kids this morning, and as I was dropping my daughter off, they go until like the 22nd or 23rd of June.
Oh,
Yeah, we've got. So my daughter's middle school is doing the last 26 days. They do like every day is a letter. J was joke day, and you know, I was ice cream day, and all this other stuff. Today is K, kindness day. So
oh,
we've got from K, today's K, and we've got all the way through to Z. So whatever that is left.
oh my gosh. Okay. See, mine have been out since May 25th,
Oh,
but we go back. They go back to school August 15th is when they
yeah.
go back.
We don't go back till the Wednesday after Labor Day.
Yeah.
Which is, and that's what we were talking about with my daughter this morning, because the last 2 days are, so they get June 20th off this year because the June 19th holiday is on a Sunday.
Right.
So they get that Monday off as the holiday, and then they have 2 half days, Tuesday and Wednesday.
Right.
And I said, okay, I got to figure out who, because she's in middle school now, he's in elementary school. I've got to figure out when they're fine because there's about an hour difference in drop off and pickup on a regular day, right? So she goes in about an hour earlier than he does, and on the way home she gets picked up an hour earlier than he does. So it works out great for me picking them up, taking them to school. But when they go to half day, when they have a half day, it somehow all crunches to the same time. And I don't understand how that happens, but it all happens right around 11:30. So I have to figure out who's on half days which day so that I can coordinate schedules a little bit. But
see, when ours get out, they all get out at the same time. They go at the same time, but our schools are like right there all together. We've got like there's the you can see the from high, you can see the primary. From primary, you can see the high school, and from the high school, you can see the elementary school. They're all right there together.
Are they separate buildings?
Yeah, they're all separate buildings.
Where I went
Yeah.
to school, you could go from the high school, farthest wing in the high school, down to where the kindergartners were, all just by walking down, well,
Yeah.
two
No, they're
hallways,
all
all
separate
one building.
buildings. Primary and junior high are on the same road, and then you turn off that road, and that's where the high school is. And then you can either go around the block to get to the front of the elementary, or you can go the back road, which is right across the street from the high school. But they're like right there together. And then the baseball field's there. Hey, Bobby.
Hey, Bobby.
And then, of course, the football field and everything else is all right there together.
So like I say, mine was all, you could walk all one hallway from kindergarten to 12th grade type of thing in that building. So I am working. So this is a listing show. I am working. I do have my Friday whatnot show that I'm trying to list jewelry for. So I am trying to bopping around here with my phone and stuff and trying to take pictures while I'm talking and looking. And I'm going to be doing some others. Anthony, you don't have any interest in more wrestling shirts, do you? Anybody have interest? Wes. Good morning, Wes.
Good morning, Wes.
Wes had his coffee this morning, I hope.
Yeah.
He found his way here. So if anybody has interest in wrestling shirts, let me know. I have some. I'm not sure I have enough to do a whatnot. I don't know that I want to hold on to them, but let me know. Maybe yes. Can email me pictures. One is just an extra large of that same one you have, Anthony, that I talked about the other day, and then I can send you pics of the other ones. Awesome. Yeah, awesome. I'm glad you like it. So whatnot shoppers, I might as well talk about this too. Whatnot shoppers, the shipping changed today. It's not $1 an item anymore for every additional item. It goes by weight. So those of us that sell like brooches and earrings and stuff on the jewelry side are going to do better because the weight for those is only like a quarter more, I think, is what it was for the real light stuff. But those that sell like sneakers and glassware and stuff like that, we'll have to see how that works because instead of $1, it can go upwards of $5, $6, $7 extra in shipping for each additional piece. So that's gonna hurt, I think. I think my job as the seller now is going to try to figure out how to best bundle things to give people the best deal, which is going to take a little bit of time to figure out, but we'll do it. That's the game. That is the game.
You'll get it figured out. You're good at stuff like that.
It's a numbers game. It really is. It's going to come down to weight. Yeah,
you're good at stuff like that. The number stuff.
It's just what's another spreadsheet, right? What's another spreadsheet?
Yeah. Gus, my dog is making noise.
Yeah, my dog
scratching his back.
My dogs, I don't know. There's a chipmunk family or something out under our deck, and so my dogs think they have to go out about every 18 seconds to go find out what they're doing, and it gets quite annoying. Surprised you, they're pretty quiet right now upstairs, but
gets a little crazy.
Yeah.
He gets on his back and he just squirms trying to itch his back, and he makes noise every time.
Does he grunt while he's doing it? That's ours does. Grunts a little bit.
Yes,
Scratch. Yeah. Yeah.
yes. And he goes, and oh, we call him the old grumpy guy now because he's kind of old and grumpy at times, and he can hardly see, can hardly hear, and he still eats good, but sometimes when he's on his back, you can hear his bones, and I'm like, oh, please stop. That gets to me every time. It's like, just stop that one. Do anything else, but just don't do that.
Right.
He's due for his flea pill Friday, so that's probably part of it.
Getting. Yeah. Tomorrow
Yeah.
I have to. I take ours to the vet tomorrow, and he's not a good traveler. One of ours. I take one of ours to the vet tomorrow for just his annual checkup and stuff. But he's not a good traveler, and he does not like the vet. I have to.
Good morning, Gate Smasher.
Gate Smasher, thanks for coming in. Hoorah.
Yeah, Gus is a good traveler. He's just an itty bitty thing.
That's
maybe 8 pounds. That's it. Now Kaiser, he travels well, but he thinks he's got to be all in that front seat. Yeah.
Yep.
He's got to see good, the Rottweiler.
Yeah. It's funny how they think they can sneak up between and it gets really if they try to come up to the front seat and it's amazing how strong they are up against your right arm.
Right?
As you're trying to hold them
Yeah.
down. Shotgun, right, Bobby? That's about what our dog's saying. Shotgun.
Yeah. Shotgun. Lee brought his 2 dogs over because I've got 3 dogs. Kaiser stays in the backyard unless at night he comes in and sleeps with Zach. But while we were all out there Saturday, Gus was out there. Millie doesn't go outside much, but he brought his 2 out there, and he's got an Australian Shepherd and he's got a Yorkie also. We had to put his Yorkie inside because he would not listen for nothing. And Blue, his Aussie, was on a run, and the boys were playing ball, and he'd go running after the ball. I don't know how many times he clotheslined himself. I'm like, you boys are going to have to stop or put the ball somewhere where Blue doesn't see it because he's going to kill himself.
Yeah.
It was crazy. But we had a good, fun time.
Well, that's good. Anytime you can have a good time, that's good.
Yeah.
Too much going on to not have a good time, right?
Little Rainer, he was getting all into it because they had the big cornhole set for the adults to play on, and then Taylor had a set for the kids to play on. And Rainer is very serious about that. He knows how to keep the score of the whole 9 yards. He's very serious.
Awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Cornhole wasn't really around when I was a kid, which is weird because it seems like such a simple game. I had never heard of it until a few years. Well, I say a few years, but maybe 10 years ago now. But it wasn't. We played Horseshoes. Is what we played.
Yeah.
Which is basically the same premise. Just it hurts more when you get hit.
Right.
But I was like that with Horseshoes with my grandparents.
Yeah, we have a horseshoe pit in the backyard. But these are more, you can, I guess, carry them around, and they're more mobile than,
Right.
Because when we say horseshoe pit, we've got a horseshoe pit.
Yep. Yeah. You can take the horseshoes with you, but those stakes aren't coming out.
No, and the backboards aren't coming out. They're all permanent there. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
They have
that brings
black.
back a good memory, playing Horseshoes with my grandparents. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
That was a lot.
We had lots of fun. We were making, oh my God. Lee, he had us laughing, which they've all been cutting up and making sure I laughed this weekend because of what Friday was anyways. And they were just, Lee went, he was just like over the top, but that's just how he is. And he's a lot like his dad was. And, of course there was some drinking involved, and he got these this drink called mudslide. He just
Yeah.
kept calling it chocolate milk, and I'm thinking, as I'm like, well, you had a little too much chocolate milk there. He was a mess, but was fun, super fun.
That's awesome. Yeah, boy, that brings back a lot of memories.
Mhm. Yeah, those are fun times. Just being out in the yard, cutting up and
Right,
playing.
right. Well, we
And they
used to
kept
play with
saying, "It's your turn now," and I'm like, "Yeah, I'm not throwing any of that stuff."
the Gate Smasher says they still get together every now and then do a horseshoe tournament. That's my grandparents would go to Florida every winter, and well, after they retired, they went to Florida every winter, and I'd go down every once in a while. They got serious down there about their horseshoe tournaments. Those retired folks,
Yeah,
more so than I was a kid back, youngster back then, so they cut me some slack, but
not
they didn't
much
cut each
like
other
though.
any slack. Uh, it's funny because we used to play with jarts too, the lawn darts that you'd throw up in the air and hope you didn't get hit in the head with. Uh, Bocce ball in your neighborhood? Yeah, bocce. I think
Yeah,
bocce ball
or
too. We have
cricket
a
or croquet.
croquet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Uh, I don't know if it's still there. Not too far from me, there was a pavilion that was like this bocce ball tournament pavilion thing, and I think it's since been replaced with something else. I think it's actually parking for the fire hall now, but I'm gonna have to go check that out. Fun times. I mean, those are the games. That's like you say, doesn't cost once you get it set up. It doesn't cost anything to do, and
Mm-mm.
lots of fun.
Mm-mm. Yep. Lots of fun.
I
And
couldn't
like I
play
said, perfect weather.
right. I couldn't play croquet to save my life. I couldn't.
I was not good at that one either.
No. We have different levels of the game with different buy-ins, 20 up to $100 a person. Wow,
Oh,
man.
you're like big time serious.
I
Yeah,
guess
we're
so.
not. We're just for fun.
We used to play for things like, who got the last piece of watermelon, or uh, who had to go take care of the dogs or something like that. That was how we played. But,
Right? And see, that's the way to do it. Yeah. Or who's going to clean up after eating and stuff like
right.
that. Yeah. Oh,
That's awesome,
Bobby's
Bobby.
daughter plays. Cool. I bet she does pretty good. I don't even know how to play that one. I'd probably screw that one up too. Not that I could. If it involves anything throwing, it's not going to happen with me.
Right.
Because
So, Bobby, does she get to? Is it like local to your area, or does she get to travel to different different venues, or how does that work? That's awesome.
that is awesome.
What do we got here?
Kim was back on yesterday, adoptive retrospects after her surgery.
Yeah, I stopped in
Really
there
good
for a little
seeing
bit.
her,
Yeah,
as long as she don't overdo it, because we all know that doesn't work. Talking from experience.
you just want to get back to normal after something like that, and
Oh,
it's so
yeah,
easy to
mess up.
right.
Oh,
Local,
local.
okay,
Oh, and then they have area tournaments and state tournaments. That's awesome.
that is awesome.
I'm so glad they do stuff like that. I really do. Because, they deserve to have all that too.
Right.
Everybody does.
Well, Darlene's asking how you're feeling.
I'm actually doing pretty good. I'm a little stiff this morning, but I'm actually doing pretty good. I kind of probably overdone a little this weekend with, Amy here and everybody here, but all in all, I'm good. It's just
Excellent.
working out all the soreness and all that, but other than that, I'm good.
Right.
I'm
That's
still
good.
not allowed to reach back yet. He doesn't want me reaching back for 8 more weeks. Well, probably about 6, 7 more weeks. No
Okay.
reaching back. But I can reach to the side and to the front and up.
Does it, on those few times that you've done it by mistake or whatever, does it hurt real bad when you try to
Oh,
reach back?
yeah. It hurts. But if you think about it, your shoulder, and I think that's why, because I've had my knees and everything done, the shoulder hurts the worst of anything I've ever had done. But there's so many muscles up in your shoulder that they have to cut through to get to your shoulder that you don't think about. So that's the soreness you got to work out. But all in all, it's good.
Uh-oh. Hip
Oh,
replacement. That's
I hate to hear that, Bobby. But prayers for your daughter.
right.
She's back out there going at it again. And how are you doing, Bobby? Is your zinger going away? She's had a zinger in her leg.
Oh.
Yeah, those zingers are not good. It sucks getting old.
Susanna, are you still here? Susanna's still in the chat.
Oh, no. I'm wondering if she did a drive-by.
I don't know. I was just wondering. I wanted to ask her something. Let's see if she's still here. Oh, there was something. So I was asked to go on an auction this Thursday, and I just couldn't. I can't. The timing just didn't work out. But I do want to try to get not only the treasures to die for, but I want to try to auction a little bit more too. The longer actual auction stuff rather than the treasures to die for. So I need to start doing that. Glam's Closet.
Hey,
Glam's Closet. I might owe you I owe you a wrench.
Ooh, look out for the flying wrenches.
And there's
How are
Susanna.
you, gorgeous?
There you are.
Hi, Susanna.
Hi.
I missed you.
I missed you too. How was your weekend?
It was awesome.
Awesome. Did she leave or is she still there?
She left yesterday about 1 o'clock.
Nice. Hi,
She'll be back.
Hello.
She'll be back in July. If not, then she'll be here for Labor Day weekend.
Oh, good.
We had a few people come in here. So we had Dragonfly Bees come in. Dee Dee's here. Thanks for coming in, everybody. Do appreciate it.
Hey, Darlene, please. Hello. Hey, Glams. Anthony, Dragonfly, Dee Dee.
Hey, Dragonfly and Dee Dee. Bobby,
my
that
booby
is awesome.
Bobby.
Her zinger has zanged. Or zinged for the last time.
All right, good.
Good. And Glamo said, if I can dodge a wrench, I can dodge a ball.
So I will say, anybody I'm just saying it again, if you missed it when I first started, anybody that with the treasures to die for that is over the $30 mark and is paid, that will all be, it's all packaged, ready to go. It would have gone yesterday, but post office weren't open. As soon as we're done here with this show, I'm loading up the van and taking everything to the post office. So Dee Dee, I want to come. I will absolutely. And like I say, as soon as the kids are out of school, then I will absolutely come join you on Thursday, Dee Dee. 100%. 6 o'clock.
Nobody ever asks me to sew with them. Why?
What's that?
Nobody ever asks me to come on their channel to sew with them. What am I, like, chopped liver?
Rhonda, good morning. No, I'm going to come back to that, Susanna. You're not chopped liver. So they play and complete the family. Started Challengers League. Where in Western New York are you from, Gate Smasher?
See, he doesn't even talk about that. He just glides.
He said he's coming back to you. He's coming back to you.
I wanted to catch this comment before it scrolled up and I lost it.
He's going to circle back.
So where in Western New York are you from, Date Smasher? That was my question. Okay. Now, Susanna, no,
Yeah.
you're not chopped liver. You can come on with sell with me anytime you want. You can do Treasures to Die For if you wanted, if you're willing to let me roll the die.
No.
Okay, then. Pam, good morning. I don't know.
Pam, my beautiful Pam. And Rhonda said, Susanna, that's not how you get people to want to ask you.
Right? Tell her, Rhonda. Tell her.
Oh, Dragonfly top liver.
Your liver is whole and healthy.
I grew up in Western New York, Date Smasher. That's why I asked. I was down in Chautauqua County. The not there anymore though, but the other side of the state. I said something the other day in one of my. Oh, I think it might have been with Nikki. I was doing a bracelet thing, and I said, "This is something my grandmother would wear." The design, and Rhonda was like, "That is not how you sell bracelets." Yeah.
Yep, I was there. I saw it. I heard that. I laughed. I'm like,
Don't tell the other kids. Right? So Susanna, just before you came on, I was just saying to Bonnie and everybody else that I want to get. I'm going to add a show for Treasures to Die For here, trying to work out the time. I do want to try to auction more, not daily, not maybe once a week or something. Just do like a regular YouTube auction. And reason I was asking where you were, if you were still in the chat, was because I saw you had a like inventory blowout auction scheduled and ended up canceling it.
yeah.
And is it just because you have a lot of stuff and you need to organize and feel better about your space, or is there something more?
Well, I have stuff that has not moved. So, you know what? I'm just going to start it off really, really cheap just to get it out of here so I can get more stuff in. And I need to reach my goal too for the wedding. So,
Right. Yep.
so I have that I need to start selling for. I mean, and it sounds like, oh my God, you need to sell because you're paying for a wedding. Everyone has their reasons why they have to sell. So that happens to be mine, and I'm honest and straightforward.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah. And so I know, it was, I guess the canceling of it was like, okay, she's got something else going on. I was just wondering what the inventory blowout, and I perfectly get it, because that's kind of what I'm doing as well. So
Susanna's son is getting married.
No,
right.
my son getting me. No, oh my God, please.
Stacy, I didn't know that. So Medina is up in Orleans County, Castiga and Guanda. So you're right around where I'm from, Stacy, in Castiga and Guanda. But oh my God, are you getting married, Susanna? Are you getting married, Susanna?
No, you know what? And that's something that Tina and I talked about, and the way that the whole thing is looking right now, that if a gay couple gets married right now, I'm afraid that it's going to get overturned. In a couple of years, the way that everything is going. So, you know what? If we do anything, it's going to be a promise ceremony and go from there.
Oh, there you go.
Glamour says it's expensive. She can tell you it's so freaking expensive to be the mother of the groom.
Yep, I'm the mother of the groom. Oh,
yep. Been there, done that.
There's the rehearsal dinner, which is the night before, right?
Yeah.
I'm paying for the rehearsal, the whole dinner, and of course you're paying for for part of the wedding as well, and then it's your dress. Now it's like going down because I need to stay at the hotel. It's going to be in Jersey, so it's going down there, staying at a hotel for almost a week, and then buying food while you're there and all that great stuff. I know I'm jibber jabbering.
No,
You're fine.
that's all of those things add up, and
It really does.
yeah, absolutely.
It's,
And I bet you feel, and so my daughter is not anywhere near age to be getting married, but I can imagine, Susanna, that you feel like that's not a week where you feel like you can pinch pennies at all, right? It's kind of one of those, got to do it. If something comes up on Tuesday of that week, you pay for it. What are you going to do? It's
it really is. And not only do I have my son getting married this October, right? Then my daughter's getting married. She was getting married next year, but they pushed it out a year just to recover from my son's wedding. So that way we can work on her. So it's like it's almost back to back weddings.
Right. So
right,
Susanna, do you
Grandma?
want to come on and sell with me sometime?
Plus gas to travel is like 10,000 a gallon now.
Did you just ask me to sell with you, Jabby?
What's that?
Did you just ask me to sell with you?
I did.
Hell yeah. So
all right, now you guys got to set a date and a time, and bam, you're
We
on.
can do that.
definitely.
Pam says she paid for her own and it was so expensive. We sort of did. We did it. We were so odd the way we did it. We got married in March, and we got married in the gazebo, and with just our wedding party and our parents. That's just in the gazebo, and we got lucky. The weather in March was awesome, and we went and we took everyone to dinner where we had our first date. So that was our wedding day. Careful, Susanna, it's a trap. And then in that following August, we had a gigantic 200-person party out under a tent in her parents' yard, and the pig roast and the whole 9 yards. And we covered, I would say, 90% of those costs, maybe a little less. Her parents pitched in, my mom pitched in, but we didn't want to have that huge expense on everybody. So, like, I know her parents helped her with her dress and stuff like, but we kept it kind of low key on that.
My daughter, right? She was looking into different venues to get married and whatnot. And the place that they both decided they wanted to get married is in Newport, Rhode Island.
Beautiful.
So it's absolutely, it's my favorite place in the world to go to, right? Besides the Cape. So I'm like, okay. And they were shopping for different venues. In this specific venue that they're having their wedding, if it was in peak season, which is in the summertime, it was going to cost them, and I'm not shitting you not, $70,000.
Oh, no. Mm-mm.
70. I am not kidding you.
That's more than a down payment on a house. I mean,
right.
That's not. I'm not saying that that's like the wedding dress because I'm buying her the wedding dress. That's not. That's not all the little things. That's just having food, drinks, the venue, to have that $70,000, right? So they talked more and they talked more. And if she has it in November, in the wintertime, it's going to cost them $20,000. What a huge drop. But still, $20,000 is $20,000. I'm like, what the hell?
Well, right, Grandma?
Grandma says she'd fly to Vegas and have a nice Elvis knockoff marry me. Well, you know though, what? So the $70,000 ones, those are booked for what? 2 years out. People are doing it like crazy.
Yeah.
So you know, there are probably some that can just write the check, right? Write the check and it's no big deal. Okay.
Right.
There's a small percentage that have probably saved forever and, are saving and doing it. But then I think so many are like have another mortgage to pay off their wedding. Man.
Yeah. I think, look, what is it? Who said it? Who said it right there? Wait a minute. Where did it go? Glam said, we need a fundraiser for you. Bacon for vets. Who's she talking to?
The Gate Smasher.
Gate Smasher.
Oh. I'm like,
now,
yeah.
I have to say this, okay? If you want a big wedding and you've wanted that all your life, that is great. But nobody think that you have to have a big old wedding, because the wedding doesn't make the marriage.
Nope, that's 100%.
Because Bill and I got married in the police department, and it lasted almost 31 years.
Nope.
So.
Not. My daughter is not one for, like, she didn't want to do the amount of people that she has, and my daughter's kind of very low key. Her fiance, on the other hand, he has a huge Italian Irish family. Huge.
Yeah.
And my family is not that big at all, but his is huge. And he wants everybody, which that's something that he wants. You can't knock them down for what they...
No, you can't knock them down for that. No.
So,
but I'm just letting people, you don't have to have that if you don't really want it. Right. Backyard weddings are great too.
Yep.
Backyard weddings are awesome, especially with a pool.
Yeah.
$900 wedding at my mom's church, and we've been married 25 years.
There you go.
That's awesome.
Taylor and Job, they just went to the Justice of Peace, and we just had a reception, and we did like chili because that's what they wanted. Bill cooked a pot of chili, and actually he cooked 2 pots of chili. Had to have his hot one and then his not so hot one. We had Frito chili pie, chili dogs, chili, any way you wanted it. And we just had a good old time laughing and cutting up.
Yeah.
Yeah, Grandma says backyard wedding with pool, invite me. Yep.
If Tina and I do our promise ceremony, we're gonna do it in Cape. It's gonna be at the place that we always stay at. They have like barbecues there. They have a kitchen there. And then it's a pool with a hot tub, and you can rent the whole grounds, which will not cost that much. So that's where I would love to get married, or a promise ceremony, I should say.
Well, that's because that's a place that you guys always go to, so it's special for you. Yeah.
It is.
Hot dogs, bounce house, popsicles. Heck yeah. I'm with you, Grandma. I'm with you.
House popsicles. Oh my goodness.
Susanna, will you have a bounce house?
Cornhole?
No bouncy house.
Oh, come on. Wait. So when is your son's wedding? What's your, so you, like you say, you have your goal for selling and stuff. How much time do you have to reach your goal?
I'm almost at my goal already, because since I started auctioning, that's what I'm wanting to do. So I started coming on Gianni's. It was a year last November. So I'm a year and a half into it. He's getting married October 1st.
Okay.
So I have like 2,500 left to go.
Grandma's, I'd play popping for chubby grannies. The picture that came to mind was not good.
Bobby, she just said it correct. My dad and my mother were the same way. When I got married to my ex-husband, there was like, no, it cannot be a small wedding. They paid for everything. They actually, my mother and my sister planned out my whole wedding. I had no say in it whatsoever.
No.
The 3/4 of the people that were at my wedding, I had no clue who they were. All I wanted, as they were walking by, they handed me the envelope. I was like, "Hi, nice to meet you."
Nice. Mark, thanks for coming in. Kretzer, appreciate it.
I'm not gonna lie. I was like, "Thank you, nice to meet you." And then my
Right,
father, my father was like, "Do you know who this is?" And I'm like, "Who?" And he says, "That's a guy that works with me." Oh, nice, very nice. And the thicker the envelope, the better you got to think.
Oh,
And then
goodness.
my dad told me, "Oh, this is my boss. He's the one that owns the construction company." He got a friggin' hug. Oh,
So when does Big Barn go on today?
Just a few minutes.
10:50.
Okay. I always forget sometimes.
I agree. October weddings are awesome. I love
Oh,
the fall.
perfect weather too.
It is. I love that.
Okay, she just meant she's gonna be floating around the pool. I got you now, Grandmas. Gotcha.
Bye. Bonnie.
Hey, Kretzer, we're good. We're real good.
Hey, Mike. I haven't seen you in a while, since 1972.
Do you want to, is JJ live yet? I want to make sure we send everybody over there if in time. Let me just check.
Aw, Pam got married the day after her birthday. Nice.
Oh,
She got married in October.
the 4th day after my birthday. Oh, Kretzer says work sucks. I don't have a lot of time. I'm sorry, Kretzer.
I'm sorry.
Bobby says, well, I'll be floating and bobbing. That works.
We'll just
I'm gonna
hand
go-
you a plate of food as you're, floating by.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Just hand another drink.
I may go floating in the pool today.
The 4th
There
time.
you go.
I don't know.
Yep. Wow.
Oh, the 4th, I got married of October. Okay, gotcha.
She got married October 4th. Yep.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Mine and Jill's was June 29th.
Ah, my son's birthday.
Oh, see? I'll
Rhonda's-
remember that now.
It's Rhonda's birthday and Nikki's birthday, June 29th.
Oh. See? I won't forget birthdays there.
Nope.
Big
JJ
Barn
just-
just went live, people.
All right. I do want to push everybody over to JJ and keep my promise to do that to myself, not to anyone else. So thanks for coming in, Susanna. We can talk about a date to auction here. Jabby's Treasures. I will see. I'm just going to go quickly. So tomorrow night at 7:00, Treasures to Die For. It's best to get there early. You see everything and see how it goes. Thursday morning we'll be back here for this show, Listing Laughing Live. Friday at noon, Treasures to Die For, and then I hope to see everybody at Jabberdy on Sunday, 7:30 p.m. This Sunday for our monthly Jabberdy. And with that, Bonnie and Susanna, thank you so much for coming on and helping me with the chat and talking. It's awesome. And we will see everybody.
Fun.
All right, we will see everybody later.
See you guys at Big Barn.
Have a great day. Yes, head over to Big Barn. Take care,
Bye.
everybody.
Bye.